Hi everybody, hello. I thought I'd pop on with my full face. Well, just to explain a few things, what I've got planned coming up, so you know what to expect, and I can get a kind of plan in my head of what I'm doing and when I'm going to do it. You may have noticed something odd about me. I feel I have to comment on it. Yes, it's gone purple. I don't know what happened, just woke up and it was purple. No, I chose the colour. And I reckon if you can't have purple hair when you're in your 60s, when you're going to have purple hair? So, yeah, I've done it. I don't dislike it, it's all right. You know, what can I say? So, I just wanted to talk to you, as I say, about what's upcoming. And two projects that I'm going to have running concurrently. You pass me that little book there, please. That one, yeah. Thank you. So one of the projects is this. It's a little golden book, and it is Bob Ross. It's Bob Ross in a little golden book. When I saw it, when I went searching for LGBs, I couldn't believe that there was a Bob Ross one. There was also a Dolly Parton one, which I was kind of swayed by, and a Frida Kahlo one. Yeah, I like that. And there was a Lucille Ball one that I thought that might be fun. But anyway, we've got Bob Ross, and I intend to make some sort of ring-bound journal with him. Yeah. I'll explain more about that when we start that project. But I don't think I'm going to make it a disc-bound journal like the last one that I made with a Happy Planner stamps. Although I think that would be perfect, absolutely perfect. I am aware that a lot of you don't have the planner punch. You don't have the circles that you need. So you're spending out money that you might never use again if you don't like the planner system. So I'm going to make it a ring-bound journal with perhaps 3 rings in it. So you'll still be able to swap the pages around if you want to, but the whole idea of it is that it keeps the pages in the correct order. So the story of his life is readable throughout, and we don't alter that. And the other project that I'll have, more like a weekly project, I think at this stage anyway, is a collage. And it's kind of a collage challenge, I guess. You know, like we used to have a tag challenge, and we used to all post our tags in the Facebook group during the week. Well, I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed your interaction with it. And I enjoyed, of course, seeing what you'd done. It's just, and everybody on the group, thank you so much, but you're all so kind, so supportive of each other. And if you've never made a collage before, or you are an expert in collaging, you'll pretty much get the same response. Everybody will say to you, that's fantastic, I love it. Which is nice. It makes you feel better, of course it does. And it's lovely, it's just lovely to see what everybody's doing, have that page full of creativeness. So every week I'm going to give you 4 or maybe 5 prompts that I'd like you to include in. If you want to be in the collage challenge, you will have to use the prompts that I've given. Of course, you don't need to be in the challenge to post your collages on the group. But anyway, collage. Some people just kind of go, no, I can't do collage. Well, yeah, I mean, maybe that's true. You know, if you've never done collage before, there's no earthly reason why you should be good at collage. It's not something you're born being good at. It's a bit like sketching, or, as I always say, playing the piano. Nobody pops out with a nappy on and can suddenly play the piano. It doesn't happen. They need to practice and practice and practice some more. And I think a lot of the art projects that we do, and I'm including junk journaling in this, you have to practice. When first you put things down on a page, you might think, that just doesn't look quite right to me. Well, at that stage, what I would say to you is walk away. Walk right away from it. Get yourself a meal, a drink, sit down and a rest. And maybe as you're walking past it later in the day, just squint at it, see if it's looking a bit better, or see if there's one thing that you think you can maybe move a little bit to make it look better. Do that and then leave it. It's not a speedy challenge, this. You've got a whole week to do it, and it might take you a week to do it, actually. But just another thing that you can do is take a photo. If you've got a smartphone, take a photo on your smartphone, and from time to time, open it up and have a look and see what you think. If you like it, that's great, but I still wouldn't advise you to glue it straight down. Put your pieces where you think they look great, take a photograph and mull on it. Just chew it over. And you might just think, where that word is doesn't look quite right, or where that bit of blue is, or whatever. I'm just going to move it, take another photograph, and then after a while I'll compare the two, see which I like. And that's the way to go on. Don't feel rushed at all. So what do you put in a collage? This is the thing. How do you decide what you're going to put into it? Well, by me giving you prompts, I'm assisting you a little bit with that, although basically anything that sticks down to paper you can put in. You could have metal bits, you could have tin foil, you could have anything you can think of, but I will be shepherding you a little bit to start with. And just to begin with, I'm giving you some backgrounds, some digitally collaged backgrounds that you can use as your background to build on. So you don't need to worry about getting all your background papers in place. And I think that's the place some people just fall down first on, because they can't do it, they don't know what they're supposed to do, it doesn't look right, it's the wrong colour, whatever. I've given you 2 backgrounds at the moment. They're on my Ko-fi site if you want to go and download them, they're free. And we'll be working off those for week 1 and week 2. After that, I don't know, if you say that you like having a background to work from, I'll do another couple of backgrounds. If you say you'd rather fly free, that's fine, fly free, of course. So that's the background situation, and also the time situation. Don't rush yourself. Don't be rushed into making a decision. Even if you've only got 10 minutes to craft, and I know some of us do have, before the kids need bathing or hubby needs fed or whatever it is, just move them around a little bit, take a photo and walk away. That's all you need to do, and that's another day's art done. So what are we going to put in them? Well, I just have this photograph here that I'd like to show you of a collage I've done. You'll see on the photograph that green is the overriding kind of colour there, and it has a very big floral focal point. Of course, it's me. It has words on it. It has 3 words on it, which you might think is a bit much. You might not. I think it's quite balanced. I quite like it. And I've used the background that we are using for our collage number 1. So you see it's got a tag. It's a Tim Holtz green tag, top left. And I've put some of Janya's lovely twine through it. It's just another texture on the collage, which is always helpful. So that's that. So let's get back to what you can put on yours. I think there's two kind of easier ways to approach it. One is that you can select your focal point first, and focal points don't have to be what I've just shown you, a nice fussy cut by Timmy. It could be a sticker. It could be a stamp, something you've stamped out and just left as is. It could be something you've stamped out and coloured in. I know people like Roz are very, very good at colouring. And if that's what you want to use as your focal point, that's absolutely fine. It could be something you've painted. It could be a photograph. anything that you think you want to use as your focal point will be fine. It's just something that's going to attract the eye straight away. So once you've got your focal point, you then need to work out what you're going to put around it. So I would think of the colour that you want. In my case, the colour of the flower was pink, but of course the leaves were green. And I wanted to pick out that green. So I selected pieces that I had that I thought I would audition in plays. Some worked, some didn't work, some just didn't go. And, put them away just now, they'll come in for something else. So, yeah, select the colour that your collage basically is going to be. In my case, green. And also some neutrals. It's important to have neutrals. Don't just build up a one colour collage. They tend not to work overly well. You maybe can get it to work if you've got different tonal values, etc. But it's easier to have a few bits in your chosen colour, and as I say, in my case, green, and some neutrals. It'll assist with it all. So that's basically where to begin. There's not an A to Z of it. It's what you feel right doing. And you might feel right just putting all your pieces onto your piece of paper, shuffling them around a bit and thinking, yeah, that looks all right. And great. If you can do that, that's great. I can't do that. I spent ages agonising over each piece. What I would say for your focal piece and for the pieces that you're going to, the more backgroundy pieces, you can use remnants from any project that you've been doing. So there could be digital, digis that you've downloaded. There could be remnant pieces from that. There could be a whole piece that you cut up if you like it enough. It could be decoupaged piece that, you've taken a napkin, put it onto some card, and you're going to cut that out. They work nicely. It could be, as I said, a stamped image image that you've coloured. It could be a hand-drawn image. All these things will go into your background or your focal, depending how bright they are. Don't forget things like washi tape. That's really good at bringing pieces together. And also, as we progress, we'll start adding in things like washi tape and also lace and bits of trim. But to begin with, we're just going to stick with paper and card. So what I would say, says she, turning to another page. Let's just put that down. Oh, okay. So I would say play with sort of 5 pieces, not your focal point, 5 other pieces. I think that's about enough, really, as we stand at the moment. 5 pieces of varying size, varying tones on your main colour theme. You can start kind of the other way on and find something that inspires you and then build out from that. So if you've got a black and white photograph, you're not really dictated to by any colour that's in that photo because it's black and white. You could go on and build a black and white collage. That would be most effective. But I would suggest something like red would look nice there. Not all red. Some red, some neutrals, just flashes of red. Maybe washi tape, something like that. The other thing I would say is I like all my pieces to join together. I don't like having floating pieces that aren't connected to the overall collage. So in some way, I like them all to be joining at least somewhere. And yeah, the other question, when do you know when to stop? Well, as I've said, take a photograph. When you think you've got what you want, take a photograph. Think about it. Think, I don't know, would I like a stamp there? Postage stamp. Would that look nice? Put it on where you think, take a photograph and mull it over some more. It may well be at that stage that you think, no, I actually liked it before. And that's fine because you haven't stuck anything down. So you just remove it, save that for another collage and that's fine. So yeah, that would be my main thing to say today is just take your time, let it wash over you a bit, mull on it, look at the photographs or look at the actual thing if it's convenient for you. See how you feel about it as it goes. So what we've talked about so far is having one focal point, and that's the way we'll go for a little while. But it doesn't have to be just one. You can have a split focal point. But I'm going to save that for further down the line. At the moment, we're just going to deal with one focal point and a sort of coordinating colour, if you like. Excuse me. So, onto the collage recipe. So for this week, let me just read what I'm saying. Yes, I think I've covered all of that. Excellent. So, our first collage for our first week, and I will put this in the comments below, and I will put it on the Facebook page. I know not all of you who watch YouTube actually watch are members of the Facebook page. That's fine, you don't have to be. But just in case you didn't catch them, I will put them underneath this video. So, I've got 4 prompts for you this week. The first one is a floral focal point. Why would it not be? This is me. But it can be any colour that you like. It can be out of a magazine. It can be a sticker. It could be stamped and coloured. It could be a stencil. It could be anything that you think is worthy and you feel you could enhance by building a collage around it. So get it from anywhere you can, an old book, anywhere. The next thing is a book page. Now that's quite an open-ended thing. On the photograph that I showed you, I'd actually used a dictionary book page. Doesn't have to be, it can be any novel that you like, an encyclopedia. I'd even extend it to magazine pages. Just any book at all. A book on flowers, a book on plants, a children's book if there's just a bit of colour that you like, whatever, just a book page. And the third thing is a remnant from a paper pad. So if you've had any 12 by 12s and you've got little bits left over, or 8 by 8, 6 by 6s obviously, or some digi scraps, you've cut out whatever and you're left with some scraps, have a look through them because, we chose them for a reason. So there's generally some things that are good to use. And the last one, because we're only having 4 prompts this week, but that doesn't mean to say you can't add more. The 4th prompt is words. Now, they can be from one of the sticker books that you get. All in Creative got a package that's all words. It could be words you've stamped and then cut out. It could be, on that photograph I showed you, I had 3 separate places where I put the words. I just thought that looked quite nice, and they came kind of in a set of 3, Today, Now and Later, which I think is probably for a planner, but I liked them. I liked how they looked. And so use any words that you can. If you can't find any that say what you want to say, just type them out in a font that you like, print them out, cut them out, and there you go. The world is literally your oyster. You can choose whichever words you want to say. So if you've got a bird, you might want it to say fly free or whatever. If you've got an old photograph, I don't know what you'd like it to say, but something pertaining to that probably. So have a think about that. Get words that you feel are appropriate or that you feel is appropriate to your collage. So that's pretty much that. I think, I've come to the end of my book. So I'm going to stop there. I will make another video when we will actually make a collage. But I just wanted to come on and explain to you kind of what's happening. Me and Bob and me and my collage. So that's what's going to happen. The collage will be a weekly thing, probably on a Sunday. Oh, that's the other thing I meant to tell you guys. On a Sunday, I'm going to try my hardest to do what they call a premiere. So I make a video during the week or whenever, pre the time, and then I will put it out on a Sunday, but I will be in the comments. I will be typing along with you guys. Chat. Thank you, Mr. F. I will be in chat. Yes. So I can see everything that you say, which for me is an absolute luxury, because usually when I'm doing a live, I only get to see a fraction of the comments. I do look back through them after, in fairness, but at the time I can't really keep up with what people are saying. And I'm always saying to Mr. F, is anybody saying anything? What's anybody saying? So it will be a video. I won't be live on the screen. I will be live in the chat. So I'm thinking at this time it's going to be about 2 hours later than the normal live that I do on a Sunday. So if you're in the UK, that's 6 o'clock Sunday evening. I think for January that's going to be, I can't remember now. But, work it out yourself. Whatever time I used to come on a Sunday, it'll be 2 hours later. And we'll all watch a video together, but I'll be with you in the chat. Sounds like good fun, doesn't it? I can't wait. And that probably will be the collage video, I would have thought. So, and then I'll give you the prompts for the next week and we'll see how we go from there. So I hope you like what's planned, what's coming up. That's about it for now, guys. Excuse me. I hope you have a lovely weekend, lovely week, and I'll see you through the week with my friend Bob. Bye for now. Bye.